Let's play a game called pumpkin or squash. Pumpkin, squash, squash, pumpkin, squash. But I'm gonna tell you a secret. There's another right answer to all of this. Squash, 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 and squash. All pumpkins are squash, but not all squash are pumpkins. This is how to cook pumpkins. You might think that all pumpkins are a single species, but you'd be wrong. Pumpkins are just a description of a shape of squash. In general, pumpkins are round, symmetrical squash that have flat bottoms. We generally associate pumpkin with a creamy orange texture and a sweet flavor. There are two main species where we find pumpkins that we eat. The first is Cucurbita pepo. Cucurbita pepo is where you find delicata squash and most summer squash. One of the key features of the pepo species is its yellow flesh. Most decorative pumpkins are going to be Cucurbita pepo. They're going to be not quite as sweet. The second species that you'll often find pumpkin in are Cucurbita muscata. Cucurbita muscata has the butternut squash and in general has squash that have an orange flesh and a very sweet flavor. When you buy pie pumpkins, and most pumpkins used for pumpkin puree are from that species as well. So let's talk about how to cook a pumpkin. In the US, I feel like many people associate pumpkin with sweet dishes, but pumpkins are fundamentally squash. And that means we shouldn't be limiting the way we cook them to just dessert. They are wonderful in savory dishes. In general, where I live, I can find pie pumpkins during the fall and winter, but not during the spring or summer. Most of the year, though, I can find canned pumpkin puree. So many recipes that you find for pumpkin will call for canned pumpkin puree. It's really easy to make pumpkin puree. If you buy a sweet pumpkin like this pie pumpkin here, cut it in half, scoop out all of the insides, and then roast it in a low heat oven until the inside is totally soft. Scoop it out, puree it, and now you have pumpkin puree. You can add it to sweets like pumpkin pie, or you can use it in something like a pumpkin and pork chili, which is probably my favorite way to cook pumpkin. You can find my recipe for it on karacancook.com. But you don't have to turn pumpkin into a puree to cook with it. You can leave it in large chunks like you would other squashes. One of my favorite ways to have cooked pumpkin is in Thai pumpkin curry. If you have a way that you love to cook pumpkin, please leave me a comment. I will say, if you do go ahead and buy a fresh pumpkin to cook this year, don't throw away the pumpkin seeds. They are one of the best parts. It's kind of tricky to roast your own pumpkin seeds, but there is a secret if you want to make them at home yourself. Go ahead and soak them in water overnight, then boil them for about 10 minutes before roasting them low and slow. You want to cook them as long as you can until they are nice and crispy, then toss them with whatever seasonings you like. Doing this process will make the whole thing edible, so you don't have to worry about removing the shell. While pumpkins are still in season, I hope that you are inspired to go out and get a pumpkin. And until next time, happy Halloween. I'm Kara, and I can cook.